Maybe you've never noticed it, but everything that is created is a result of a very powerful yet often hidden three-part process. And so understanding how creation comes about is helpful to you and to all of us in understanding how our reality is being created. And so in this video, we will dive deep into how this comes about, what this whole thing is, so that we can harness this power consciously in order to create our desired reality and live our best lives. Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Fernando. Welcome back to my channel. So to begin this beautiful talk on creation, let's think about the basic things we see in nature that are composed of three things. So the first thing we can think about is the Holy Trinity that we have in religions, in Christianity. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Or in Eastern philosophies, when you have the triads, for example, in Hinduism, you have Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, representing the creation, the preservation, and the destruction. Or in life in general, we have birth, life, and death. Or when we think about time, for example, we have the concepts of past, present, and future. States of matter, liquid, solid, gas. We have so many examples. If you think in terms of music, we also have triads. In music, triads are the basic chords. So for example, the basic chord of C is composed of three notes. C or any other chord, right? It's always the first, third, and fifth notes on the scale that compose the triad. To create a human life, it takes the male, the father, the female, the mother, combining together, creating the son or the daughter, the child, right? And so three elements that complete the creation. And so when we think about creating our reality, it's the same model. And so for us to understand this, let's think about our mind. Our mind. And the first aspect of the mind, we call that the conscious mind. Now, the conscious mind is the male aspect of the mind. This is the aspect we have control over. So we have control over that through our thoughts, through the ideas we choose to entertain. The conscious mind is the one who makes impressions. The conscious mind is the one who reasons, is the one that chooses the ideas and makes an impression. And then we have another aspect of the mind, which is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the female aspect of the mind, is the female element in the whole creation process. The subconscious mind doesn't reason. The subconscious mind doesn't make an impression. The subconscious mind receives the impression from the conscious mind. Conscious mind, the reasoning male aspect of the mind, the one that chooses ideas, makes an impression on the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is like a child. It does not reason. It just takes the impression in and holds it in there and bears the impression in it for some time. So it's nurturing that idea in there, but it receives the idea just like a child receives knowledge and or orders from a parent. For a child, what a parent is telling them is the truth. There's no reasoning, right? Does the subconscious mind have a say? Does the subconscious mind have control over that? No, it's just receiving, just like a child, right? And then upon bearing that impression for a given period of time, the subconscious mind will then express that idea, that concept, will give birth to that impregnation. And when it gives birth, we have the third element, which is the manifestation. Conscious mind, subconscious mind, and manifestation. This is our triad here. This is the Holy Trinity in reality creation. And so when you have the expression, that's your manifestation, that's your creation. Everything that you're creating in your life is a result of this particular three-part process. For us to work with this consciously and successfully, the first thing we get to understand is that everything that is in our existence, in our particular life, is a result of this three-part process. In other words, all the things that are happening in our lives, we created it and we put it there through the three-part process we're talking about here. You might look around and see things that you don't like. And it's very easy for us to point to those and go like, I don't like that. It wasn't me. I didn't put it there. Why would I have put it there at all if I don't like it? Now, we get to remember that in most cases, unfortunately, this three-part process is happening unconsciously. We're not aware of it. And we're playing the victim in this game that's actually a result of something that's happening within ourselves. And so if you don't like your creations, some of your creations, most of your creations, there's no point in fighting them. There's no point in fighting them. A lot of times what happens is we see something undesirable and we're trying to fix the creation, what's already been birthed. And this is a problem because when we're doing that, we're trying to manipulate the 3D in order to change the results. And if you're trying to do that, you will be very unhappy because trying to fix the expression, the finished creation, is like trying to look at yourself in the mirror and imagine you're like sulking and you're not looking happy. And you're looking at the mirror and you're trying to change the reflection in the mirror, but you're not changing your expression. I mean, you'll go crazy, right? Because it's not possible. So if you want to see in the mirror a happy face, right? A smile, a beautiful expression, you get to change your expression first, so that you see another result, another creation. Another example for this is like, imagine like a printer. Imagine you're the printer and the files that are printed are within yourself. And then you're seeing the printouts and you're like, there's a mistake here. I don't like this phrase. Let's scratch that. Let's put something else here. Let's substitute that. But then the printer is still printing the mistake and you're going crazy fighting the 3D, not realizing that you get to go to the file first and adjust what's in the file so that the printouts are more to your liking. And so, as mentioned before, there's one part that we have control over, and that's the conscious mind, the ideas we're entertaining, therefore the feelings we're having as a result. And the ideas we think that generate feelings, the feelings are the ones that will make the impression that the subconscious mind will take on with our reasoning. And so to change your life, to change your reality, it's an inside job. What kind of impressions are we making on our beautiful subconscious mind? And so instead of focusing on the part that we do have control over, we're just giving that up and deciding that we want to control something else, something that we do not have control over, which is the external world. The creations already in place. We do not have control over those. But somehow we're insisting on it. We are insisting on it. And it's such a sneaky trap. And so if we are not mindful of this powerful three-part process, we are just going around in circles, creating more problems than solutions, more problems than what we really want. And then we're fighting the external world pointlessly and getting very frustrated and very sad. And so it's our job to focus on what really matters, which is the part we have control over, our conscious minds. And that's why in the manifestation community, you are taught to focus on what you want, to focus on love, to focus on solutions, the final results, and not on the problems, not on the disease, right? Not on the lack of money, not on the how you're going to achieve what you want. Because when we do that, we're basically thinking of the problems and the obstacles. That's the impression we're making. And so we get to flip that. And so the formula of creation is basically choosing what you want and focusing on that. You don't have control of the results, but you get to choose what you're focusing on. If you're only having thoughts, but there's no feeling involved, then the impression is not carried over to the subconscious mind. So the feeling is the medium, and then the subconscious mind receives that impression and gives birth to your creation. You focus on what you want, that will produce feelings, that will make an impression on the subconscious mind, that will receive things just like a child, and then will bear it for some time and give birth to your creation. And after you make the impression, you just release and you let go, because you don't have control over the outcome. You don't have control over things. You have choice in terms of your conscious mind, in terms of what you're thinking and what you're focusing on, and where you're directing your beautiful, precious thought energy. And not fighting the results is essential, because when you're fighting the results, you're getting trapped in a loop that will send you in a downward spiral, because you'll be starting a new creation process unconsciously just by fighting the results. Remember that you are love and you are light. You are not the body, you are not the mind, you are the witnessing awareness that hears and sees everything you experience. And we are one. And so as the light, you can create anything, because you are it. It's just a matter of shaping the light with your instrument in accordance with the things you want in your life. I hope this helped you. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.